Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a review of Alya, who sometimes speaks her feelings in Russian, episode 9. After last week with Alya getting that big W in her political role, it's safe to say that this show has gone to the top. I finally got a chance to watch it last night, and now I know why this show needs to be up there as a top 5 anime of the summer. Now, I have Rent a Girlfriend in my number 1 rom-com, and it's going to stay that way. I am not going to put this show above Rent a Girlfriend. Hell no. Do I believe it's one of the best rom-coms this year? We're talking about all of rom-coms this year? Yes. If I put Alya in all the rom-coms I've watched, I'll probably put it in the top 15 mark. But, truth be told, this show is fucking amazing. Anyway, after last week's episode with the debut of the gal and the girl Tachibana with the glasses, where this goes from here? Are we going to see some more action or that? We got fan service. And the thing about rom-coms these days is that we're not surprised. Because when it comes to rom-coms always going to have fan service. It may not be bold or not, but we're gonna get fan service. So don't sit there and complain like, this rom-com got fan service, I ain't gonna fucking watch it. That's what rom-coms are. Rom-coms gonna give us the harem wars. Rom-coms gonna give us the waifu wars, and also those fan service that says, oh my god, this is freaking great. Now it can be light or mid or heavy, depending. It's like sauce. What sauce would we prefer? And this episode we got it. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Episode 9 of Alya, who speaks in Russian. This is a review, guys, so stay with me. And later on, I'm going to talk about 2.5 dimensional seduction. Okay. Yuki. Let's cut to the big chase. Yuki. Yuki has a huge personality. Look, when we talk about wing women in anime, Ayano and Yuki takes the cake. I mean, we have seen a lot of wing women in anime, like Minnie from Rent a Girlfriend, the guy's sister, big sister from My Tiny Senpai. But there are a few wing women in anime that you gotta support. This is one of them. So Yuki is talking to her grandfather, who looked like Colonel Sanders, and her mom. We haven't got to see the mom. I mean, we saw it a little bit, we never saw her debut the mom, and I'm looking at the mom. She is in that depressed state. I don't know if the story's gonna continue. I don't know if the story's gonna go further with that. But I like to see the mom more because she's so depressed. Now, Yuki is in that phase. Yuki is like a light switch. You go on, off, and you think, okay, I think Yuki has a lot of personalities and all the store in one. And looking at this one, it was just like, she went from like serious dinner time with Colonel Sanders / grandfather, being all normal to like having Ayano in there. I like Ayano. I like that girl. I like her. She's about to be my favorite. The fact that Yuki motorboat her boobs like, okay, I'm good. Thank you. She turned over. She went back to the happy-go-lucky troll sister. And then out of nowhere, she said, that's why boobs are great. You see, this is why I don't fuck around with Yuki. Yuki is, without a doubt, one of those girls you want to hang out with. I don't think it's waifu material, but you would be one of the girls you want to hang out with. I mean, she'll troll and saying boobs are great. That's why I'm glad you have boobs. They're great. She's literally trolling not only the show, but us. Because there are a few, there are like 99% of us love anime characters with big boobs. How many of y'all do that? How many of you guys had an anime character? I bet out of all your anime waifu status, out of all the anime waifus you have, you probably got at least 5 out of maybe 100 or thousands that got small boobs, and then everybody just straight up big boobs. That's Yuki's message. But again, motorboating to wake her up. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. Now, rom-coms tend to tense up, and also the fan service. You put them together, you come up of happy-go-lucky fan service ending. So, Alya and Masamu going back to the regular classrooms. Her feelings in Russian is still the same. Then it's that gal girl. that gal that wants to, like, she's friends with Tachibana, because remember, Tachibana ran off, but there's been, like, spreading wildfire. See, when it comes to school and then one happens, one does a butterfly effect with it, or a chain reaction. So remember when Tachibana left? When she left, it was all like, oh my God, did you hear? I heard she did this, I heard that. It spread wildfire. So that conversation with him, with Masa and the gal girl, you know, they were just talking about how to get Tachibana back to school because he cares. He cares. But then there's a flashback where the gal girl just literally on her phone just kissing random guys, and she slapped her. She legit slapped her in the face. She's like, don't you have any morals? You kissing one guy after another guy after another guy. Show some respect. You know, I don't blame her for this slap. I mean, there are some slaps I do approve. This was one of them. Her slap is defining. Tachibana slapping her was like a defining of, what the fuck you doing? Stop kissing guys after guy. That you get dumped. That's just stupid. You might get disease. Now, Alya playing. Now, I do like the Anya part where they're all hiding. Like, they knew they were coming. Like, she's like a shadow. I felt like Ayano is right behind me. I feel like she's right behind me. Okay, she's not. But when you call her name, she'll come up right behind you. And she was hiding behind the desk, and Yuki was there too. I'm like, oh my God. Everyone's been hiding on the desk lately. Aya, the student council president and the vice president was hiding under the desk while Aya and Masamu was just talking to each other. And then you got this right now with Aya and Yuki also hiding. I'm like, damn, there's so many layers. They're ninjas. They're freaking ninjas. And then Alya playing the role of, this is my man, I want to study with him. And then Yuki Yuki came in. I'm like, oh my God. And not only that, Masha came in, the big sister role thing. This guy cannot take a break. 3 girls and the maid think that, come on, it's this guy. Okay, and then the whole hypnotist. Okay, guys, fan service. Okay, fan service, let's take this out the way. So Masha, the big sister of the group, decides to find a hypnotize book. She's like, oh, hypnotize me. Okay, let's see if this works. He tested it out. He's like, here's the finger. Look at the finger. It's like those classes like, look at the, you know. So he's looking at he's like this. Snap. Wakes up. I mean, she's in that trance. She wakes up like, don't remember anything that happened. And she did the Alya. But Yuki, yo, this is why Yuki is the funniest girl of the show. So many trolls, so many ideas that Yuki has in her freaking head that it makes you want to like, oh my God, this girl is so freaking good. She's doing this for us. You know what I mean? She literally breaking the fourth wall, giving us what we want. Fan service shots, the bed scenes, the hypnotized fan service scenes. She's giving us, the fans, what we want. So she legit told, she's like, when I snap my fingers, you're going to be in that trance. You're going to be doing this and that. You'll be stripped naked. And off the gate, fantasized fan service. You got Masha petting Alya and him and the MC's head, like playing the big sister role. And then Alya and Masha stripped. I mean, taking off clothes. The fan service, light as ever. I get that. But the fan service, oh my God. She couldn't stop. I mean, you got Alya and Masha taking off their skirts. I'm like, oh my God. And then they're almost taking off their tops. I'm like, is this fan service going to be a little too extreme? Is it going to be a little too extreme? And oh my God. And they were still in that trance. Yuki couldn't stop it. Like, give props for her, but she couldn't snap, work. No, they were still about to. But leave it to the student council vice president to end all this with her 8 trident 4 palms to just knock them out as a reset button. Now that they woke up, you know, all that. But still, it was funny to see. But overall, though, this episode was adding, it was, I will say fantastic. I will say not amazing. I'll put it as an A because, again, when it comes to rom-coms, we don't get fan service that much. And this one takes it. I think the last time Alya, who sometimes speaks her feelings in Russia, gave us fan service was probably the bed scene that's been trending. You know, with the whole Yuki, good morning, Onisha. Compare that part. I think that's the only fan service we got. Oh, how about the first episode where she put on when MC trying to put on the Alya socks on and just tap down there. So again, at least it's going back to that rom-com fan service that we wanted to see. At least we're going back to that, but that's how it is. So I look forward for next week's episode of 10. Oh, by the way, the ending is going back to like Hatsumiku thing. But here's the thing about the ending's okay. Not great, but it's okay. I can see where this goes. But overall, though, this episode, like again, this was adding more sauce to this rom-com thing. And thanks to Yuki, we got some fan service. So Yuki fans, this show, good job. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.